Hello, this is Eric
and Shumly,
and we are the OC Timbals. Join us today as we hike the Sinharaja Rainforest.
Hiking Sinharaja was something I was really looking forward to, and man, did it deliver.
It did. The leech socks were something that kind of freaked me out at the beginning, but I'm so glad we did them.
I know, I thought it was a gimmick, but it really, really helped.
Yep, we only ended up with one leech each. We had a private tour guide, Gayan.
Yeah, he was organized by the hotel, the Blue Magpie Lodge. Anyone hiking the Sinharaja needs a tour guide. And a shout out to Gayan, he was amazing.
So knowledgeable. He knew everything that we were looking at. He's passionate about conservation and the animals that live there in the forest.
Yes, and had we not gone with him, we would have missed so much, because he had an amazing eye for finding animals that we would have simply walked by.
The forest is just so dense and just filled with all sorts of gorgeous things to look at. I'd never seen rattan before. That was something that's used to make chairs and furniture, and it just grows up to the top of the canopy.
Established in 1978, Sinharaja Rainforest is a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Mm-hmm. And it's one of the few virgin rainforests left in the world. It's over 27,000 acres.
It's crazy, and it is one of the top biodiversity hotspots also in the world.
Yeah, and over 60% of the trees are endemic to Sri Lanka. Lots of them have medicinal value. Some of the plants are used in salads by locals to fight diabetes. Right?
Mm-hmm, that's right. And cinnamon, right?
The cinnamon bark. Yes, we saw wild cinnamon.
One thing I noticed is that the jungle has its own soundtrack.
Yeah, it did. I mean, throughout the whole journey, the sound is just almost overwhelming.
It is.
All the insects and the birds.
Yeah, apparently there are over 130 bird species, and many of them are endemic to Sri Lanka, including, of course, the blue magpie.
Yes, which was the name of our hotel that we were staying at.
Right. And we saw it too. It's really pretty.
Very pretty. A lot of birders come there too. Once you enter into the main park where the older canopy is, that's where they have all the trails. And we decided to take the trail with Gayan. That was about 5 miles total.
Round trip.
But including, we also added that tree, the giant tree.
Yes.
So it was a little bit longer than 5 miles. But boy, did it feel like a long hike.
I think what the hardest part is that it's straight up. There is no flat surface.
Yeah, because we had done a lot of hiking before we got there, and a lot of training, and
of course the humidity.
I just wasn't ready for the level of humidity in that forest.
We saw a lot of amazing animals.
We did, and we definitely sweat a lot on that climb. But
it was kind of like Indiana Jones, though, right?
It was. It felt like such an adventure to be out there in the jungle and surrounded by so much nature. And just for anyone interested in taking this hike, you definitely should pack water. You will sweat a lot, and you'll need to hydrate.
Yeah, and get some like snacks that you can have on the trail, keep you hydrated.
It was really nice too. The Blue Magpie packed a lunch packet.
Yes, which we enjoyed at the top. It was like a little picnic.
Through the struggles, Gayan kept saying, "It's worth it. It's worth it. Just stay with it. Get to the top. It's worth it." And it was worth it.
It was worth it. The views from the top of the rock were incredible.
Just how much you can see of Sri Lanka and the forest.
And Gayan was pointing that you could see Gaul on one end, and then
Which is the ocean.
which goes to the ocean, and then on the other side was close to the hill country. And yeah, it was just an incredible experience.
I would definitely do it again.
Definitely do it again.
So the entire hike from the moment we got to the gate with the leech socks on and then got up to the top, had tea, had lunch at the top of the mountain, had tea, and then came back down to the gate was about 6.5 hours. And if you're planning to do this hike, look down below in the comments to find Gayan's information. He's a phenomenal guide and we highly recommend him. And of course, like any Sri Lankan adventure, we had to end with tea.
Of course, and Gayan took us to this cool little shop on top of a rock by the entrance to the Sinharaja Forest, where we enjoyed some tea with some snacks.
And Blue Magpie had also packed some leftovers from breakfast for us too.
Yes, roti.
Some roti with coconut sambal.
Mm-hmm.